Well, Bennett Kessler filed this following report. Bishop Police Chief Chris Carter has confirmed his officers are investigating a report of a possible embezzlement from Inyo Body Shop. Chief Carter said last Thursday the Bishop Police Department received a report from Inyo Body that they believe they are the victim of embezzlement. Said Carter, quote, "We launched an investigation. We have not yet had a chance to review accounting documents and have not yet established that a crime has occurred," end quote. Now, Chief Carter said his department is waiting for the company to provide documents. Investigators will meet with accountants and others. Said Carter, quote, "It's early in the investigation and nothing is yet determined," end quote. Management at Inyo Body Shop preferred not to comment to Sierra Wave Media. And in other Bishop Police news, Chief Carter said his officers made a traffic stop which led to the arrest of 3 men from Southern California who were headed to Mammoth Lakes. The chief said cocaine, oxycodone, ecstasy, and marijuana were confiscated. More details will become available, and we will have that on later broadcasts. Well, on April 23rd, 2013, Roxana Foley of Bridgeport was rearrested by federal agents after an indictment was handed down in federal court on April 19th. Now, with the assistance of the Mono County District Attorney's Office and local law enforcement, Ms. Foley was taken back into custody. All this according to a press release from the Mono County District Attorney's Office. Press release states that Ms. Foley served as the branch manager for the Bridgeport branch of the Eastern Sierra Community Bank. This is a subsidiary of Oak Valley Community Bank. Now, after conducting a joint investigation between bank administrators, Mono County District Attorney, and Mono County Sheriff's Department and agents from the Federal Bureau of Investigations, Ms. Foley was arrested on April 5th, 2012. Now, in March of 2012, bank administrators for Oak Valley Community Bank performed a surprise audit, and this was in an attempt to account for a large discrepancy in the branch's general ledger. According to the press release, after an extensive accounting was performed, along with further investigation, it was uncovered that Ms. Foley had allegedly embezzled approximately $320,000. The Mono County District Attorney's Office held a felony complaint against Ms. Foley alleging the embezzlement and has subsequently turned the case over to the U.S. Attorney's Office based on their jurisdiction and request. And we're getting this information from the U.S. Department of Justice. Gene Wayne Harris, age 41, of Mammoth Lakes, was arraigned in federal court last week on Wednesday, and that was on a grand jury indictment that charged him with attempted production of child pornography and attempted enticement of a minor. This according to United States Attorney Benjamin B. Wagner. Now, according to the indictment and statements made in court, between March 1st, 2013 and March 8th, 2013, while Harris communicated with a person he believed to be a 14-year-old girl, he attempted to produce child pornography and attempted to entice a minor to engage in prohibited sexual conduct. He is a registered sex offender. Now, this case is the product of an investigation by the FBI and the Mono County Sheriff's Department. Assistant United States Attorney Kyle Reardon is prosecuting the case. Now, according to the press release, because Harris has a prior conviction for sexual battery in violation of California law, if Harris is convicted of the production charge in the indictment, he faces a statutory penalty of 25 to 50 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and a lifetime period of supervised release. If convicted of the enticement charge, he faces 10 years to life in prison, a fine of $250,000, and a lifetime period of supervised release. Any sentence, according to the press release, however, would be determined at the discretion of the court after consideration of any applicable statutory factors and the federal sentencing guidelines, which take into account a number of variables. The charges are only allegations, according to the press release, and the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Well, shifting gears, let's take a light look at the general trout opener in the Eastern Sierra. Going to take a nice wide look here at Crowley Lake. My pal Greg Bretz out Moreland got for me. We're getting reports indicating that many anglers had their limits by early morning. Nice sized fish taken from most waters in Inyo and Mono counties, and as usual, Crowley Lake drew the biggest crowd. Sierra Wave Media's Catherine Hurdle was enjoying Grant Lake off the June Lake Loop and put together this video for us. Well, we sure thank Catherine Hurdle for that and hope everybody had a great general trout opener here in the Eastern Sierra. We'll be back with more news.